Om Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditarata charthesha vidnaswarat tene brahmaridaya adi kavaye muyyanti yat suraya tejo varimrudam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrusha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. We are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, and in the 10th chapter of the first canto, we read up to 14 shlokas, we touched 15 also, but let us go back to 14 because first we had misinterpreted that. And so we came back to right interpretation that when Shri Krishna is leaving house to go towards chariot, there should not be any ill omen, or there should not be any scene of sorrow. Therefore, though the wives of his friends, due to sorrowful eagerness, they were getting tears in their eyes, but they checked those tears. They did not allow those tears to express themselves. That is the meaning of the shloka. Now, in shloka 15, so many musical instruments are named. And one of them, in the best traditional dictionary also, I could get only referring to Bhagavad itself, that it is a musical instrument, that much only. That is Dunduri. Dunduri is a musical instrument, but whether it is percussion instrument or stringed instrument or wind instrument could not be found out. So you have to be satisfied with that. If somebody has a better knowledge, I would be glad to have it. Through dictionaries, I could not get it. So I read Mrudanga, Shankha, Bharyascha, Veena, Panava, Gomukhaha, Dunduri, Anaka, Ghantadya, Nedur, Dunduvayas Tatha. Mrudanga is a drum. Shankha is the conch. Bharyas is the kettle drum. Veena is harp, stringed instrument. Panava a large double-sided drum. And in some dictionaries, tabor. Tabor, tabor is the damaru in Shiva's hand. But this is double-sided big drum, same shape like Shiva's damaru. And both sides are leather. That is Panava. Then Gomukha. Gomukha, somebody says trumpet, somebody says cow horn. Gomukha, so a horn in the shape of a cow's mouth. Dunduri, I told you. Anaka Somewhere it is a trumpet, somewhere it is no, that is wrong. It cannot be a military drum. So it is trumpet. Trumpet, anaka, and gomukha, cow horn. And dunduri, unknown musical instrument. Ghanta are the gong. Adya, etc. Nedur means sounded. Dundubayaha, tatha, and also dundubis. Dundubis are big drums, very big drums. Dundubis are very big drums. So we find percussion instruments of various types, first of all. Secondly, some stringed instruments, some wind instruments. So these three types of musical instruments were sounded. That is, he should not face evil symptoms. So on the other hand, people should show joy, victory when he is going. And so these were sounded. Musical instruments declaring as if victory. So in a victorious manner, Krishna is going. 16. Prasada Shikara Ruda Kuru Naryo Didrukshaya Vavrushu Kusumai Krishna Prema Vida Smite Kshanaha Kuru Naryo. They were all Kauravas, we have found many times. So the ladies of the Kauravas, Kuru Naryo, ladies of the Kauravas, where they went? Prasada Shikara Ruda, on the top of the palace. They went to the terrace or top of the palace. Why they went there? Didrukshaya, to see, with the desire of seeing Krishna's departure. And what they did? Kusume Vavrushu, they scattered flowers on Krishna. And how was their appearance? Prema Vida, Prema Vrida, Smite Ekshana. Ekshana means their vision or their eyes were filled with love, shame, and smile. Love, shame, and smile.
What is Vida? Prema Vida?
Vrida means shame, lajja. Because they're looking at Krishna, so
Asmita.
Smita, no Smita. Smita is smile. Prema, Vida, Vrida, Smita, Ekshana. Ekshana means eyes. Eyes filled up with this love, shame, smile. Then what other people were doing? Sitata Patram Jagraha Mukta Dama Vibhushitam Ratna Dandam Gudakeshaha Priyaha Priyatamasya. How is only it happened like that. So, Priya Gudakesha, Krishna's dear Arjuna. Gudakesha is the name of Arjuna. Two different meanings have been given in the Gita Bhashya by Shankaracharya. One is that he had conquered sleep, Gudaka Isha. And the other is that he had beautiful, curly, thick hair. Gudakesha. So it has become Arjuna's name. So Arjuna was dear to Krishna, and for him the dearest Priyatama is Krishna. So the dear Arjuna, Krishna as a Priyatamasya, Sitata Patram Jagraha. Sitata Patram,
Sitata means white.
Sitata means Chat. Sitata Patram means Chhatra.
Roof. Roof.
You see, umbrella is not there, but like that, big Chhatras are there. Whenever a prince or a Raja goes, somebody holds the big Chhatra. Now, description of that Siddhartha Patra. Mukta Dama Vibhushitam. Now that has lace. That is laced. Dama. Dama means rope. Here it means, just now I told, lace, L-A-C-E, lace. Now, studied with many muktas, muktikam, pearls. So, the chhatras were laced with pearls. Vibhushitam, beautified. Chhatras beautified by laces which were filled with pearls. And one more thing, there is a central stem, stick, danda, Ratna danda. It is not made of wood, it is made of many jewels, or maybe made of anything but studded with jewels. Ratna dandam, either the central stick is made of jewels or is studded with jewels. And the cover is laced with pearls. That Kshatras, his dear friend Arjuna, held on. So it is a custom when some honorable guest goes, then somebody holds a big chhatra over him. Here also you see that.
Dam is rope. Then what is Mukta Dam?
The rope means lace here.
Okay.
And lace with pearls. Studded with pearls, lace studded with pearls. Okay? Now, there are other things when the procession goes. Uddhava Satyakishchaiva Vajane Paramadbhute Vikiryamana Kusumai Reje Madhupati Pathi. So, Uddhava and Satyaki, Krishna's friends. Now, they were holding wonderful fans or chamaras. But chamaras could have been specially mentioned. Vyajana means fans. You have seen big fans on both sides?
Durga Puja. Durga Puja time.
But while procession is going on, also it is done. Sometimes we see those chamaras in procession, both sides. Durga Puja also. Paramadbhute, supremely wonderful. And flowers were being scattered. Kusumai vikiryamana, kusumai reje. Reje means was decorated with or flowers being scattered on Krishna in the way. So Krishna appeared beautiful. And here Krishna's name is changed. Madhupati. He is the Lord of sweetness. Because, Vallabhacharya has composed a sutra.
Madhuram.
Gamanam Madhuram, Asitam Madhuram, Madhuradipate Rakilam Madhuram. So everything about Krishna is sweet. And so is the Lord of sweetness. Madhupati. Krishna. Pati on the road when he is going. So when Madhupati Krishna is going on the road, then Uddhava and Satyaki held supremely wonderful fans and flowers were being scattered on Krishna.
And Vikiryamana means beautiful.
Vikirna is scattered. Vikiryamana means being scattered. Kusume vikiryamana Madhupati. Kusume vikiryamana Madhupati reje. So this is the departure scene. Ashruyanta Shiva Satya Tatra Tatra Dvijerita Nanurupa Anurupascha Nirgunasya Gunatmana. Now Vedanta comes in. Ashruyanta, that means public were listening. Satya Ashisha. Blessings were showered, true blessings were showered, Dvijerita by the Brahmins. Dvijay hai, Dvija Irita. Irita means they were chanting. Chanted by Brahmins true blessings on Shri Krishna were also being heard. Now these chanting of blessings are fit also and unfit also. Nirgunasya na anurupa. When we think of Bhagavan as nirguna reality, beyond all the world, beyond the three gunas, then these phrases have no meaning. So they are not corresponding to that. But when we look at him as an avatar, as Saguna Brahma, Gunatmana, as the self of all gunas, then it is Anurupa. Then it is fitting. The chants were fitting if we can think of Krishna as self of all gunas. But if you think of him as Nirguna, beyond all gunas, then these chants are not fitting, not suitable to him. I remember a beautiful shloka by Vyasadeva. Note down if you like. Rupam Rupa Vivarjitasya Rupam Rupa Vivarjitasya Bhavato Dhyanena Yad Kalpitam Bhavato Dhyanena Yad Kalpitam. First line. Second line. He's sleeping out. When I go to pilgrimage, then I am falsifying your all-pervasiveness. That is the meaning of the second line. It will come, huh? Third line I am telling that. Huh? Stutya Anirvachaniyata Stutya Anirvachaniyata Akhila Guru Duri Yanmaya Duri Yanmaya. आ गया मन में. हाँ, सेकंड लाइन. आई एम टेलिंग सेकंड लाइन नाउ. व्यापित्वं च निराकृतं व्यापित्वं च निराकृतं भगवतो भगवतो यत्तीर्थयात्रादिना यत्तीर्थयात्रादिना स्तुत्या निर्वचनीयता किल गुरु दूरीकृता यन्मया.
व्यापितम च निराकृतम भगवतो यत् तीर्थादि
तीर्थ यात्रा देना. I made pilgrimages, etc. And thereby your sarvavapitva I removed, I negated.
Last year, last year, yatra tirthadi.
Yat means that which.
Yat tirthadi yatradi naha. Then stutya.
Stutya.
Last year.
By praises.
Yes.
Vyasa has composed several stotras on Krishna. So by praises, you are anirvachaniyata. You are beyond any description. Durekruta, that I negated, that I gave up at a distance. Yat maya, that which I have done. Kshantavyam, Kshantavyam, that means pardonable. Pardon, please. Kshantavyam, Jagadisha, Jagadisha, Vikalata dosham, Kshantavyam, Jagadisha, Tad Vikalata doshatrayam. Kshantavyam, Jagadisha, Tad Vikalata doshatrayam. Matkrutam. Matkrutam. So these three doshas, please pardon me. That fits in here. That if he is nirgun, then does not suit him. But if he takes sagun, that is what Vyasa has done. Taking him as saguna, he has composed. But he thinks he is nirguna, so he is asking pardon. Okay? Anyonyam asit sanjalpa uttama shloka chetasam kauravendra purastrinam sarva shruti manohara. Kauravendra purastrinam, ladies of the capitals of the king of Kauravas. All this were Yudhishthir. So, ladies of the capital city of the king of Kauravas, they were filled with Uttama Shloka Chetasam. Their minds were filled with Uttama Shloka. Uttama Shloka is Krishna. Shloka, praise, Uttama, whose praise is best, that Shri Krishna is in their mind, or their mind is in Krishna. Anyonyam asit sanjalpa. So they are talking to each other. Sanjalpa. Sanjalpa means just sweet talk. Sarva Shruti Manohara. No, Sridhar has unnecessarily inserted Shruti means Vedas. Shruti Manohara, pleasing to the ears. They were chit-chatting with each other about Krishna's glory, so that was pleasing to all of them. Shruti Manohara, attracting the mind by listening. That is the literal meaning. Sarva, all of that was attracting ears. That is the thing. Sarva Manohara, Shruti Manohara. Attracting the mind of the listeners. Okay? Uttama Shloka Chetasam Kauravendra Purastrinam Anyonyam Sanjalpam Asit Sarva Shruti Manohara Asit. So the mutual talk of the ladies of the Hastinapur, whose minds were filled with the best to be praised Shri Krishna, were all attractive to listen to.
Annenam means with each other.
Yeah?
Annenam means each other.
Anyanyam,
With each
to
other.
each other. Okay? Now, from 21, many shlokas are full of Vedanta. But who is telling that is not given. So as if the gopis are telling that. As if. It is not mentioned clearly. So whether the Sutta is telling Shaunaka and others, or in his narration, gopis are telling is not made clear, but high Vedantic things, truths are being told now. Savai kilayam purusha puratano ya eka asid avishesha atmani agre gunebhyo jagadatmanishware nimilitatman nishisupta shaktishu. Oh, here I am. Syntax. I am kila sa vai puratana purusha yaha gunebhya agre avisheshe atmani ek asit jagadatmani ishware nimilitatmani supta shaktishu. I am kila sa vai puratana purusha. It appears as if gopis are ready. Really, this is that Pura, ancient Purusha, who before the creation, Gunebhya Agre, that means before Trigunas were created, before creation, Avisheshe Atmani Eka Asit. So Avisheshe, that means no specification, no coloring, no special features. Atmani, self, was only one. So before creation, this is that ancient Purusha who before creation in his own self, without any special qualities, was only one. Now you see, this description sounds like Vedanta, but I feel there is slight difference. Because Vedanta will tell you, even today it is one only. Now you can take it to be appearance, then it will all right. Actually, from these shlokas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Achintya Veda Vedas come. That is the source. Veda is there, Aveda is there, and both are beyond our analysis. So one side this, one side that. Thakur says, I am sometimes with Nitya, sometimes with play, Leela. So here he says, before creation and after creation. Jagadatmani Ishware. Ishwar self of the world. In him, nimilitatmani. No, Atmani is a singular thing. In him, in a self, oh, Jagat is there, na? God in the form of world, that is Jagadatmani Ishware. Ishware Jagadatmani means God himself in the form of the world. Now that world was closed in himself. Nimilita means when you close your eyelids, that remains inside. When a flower gets closed, then inside remains inside. Nimilita means closed. Either the eyelids or petals of a flower, like that, Supta Shaktishu, their special powers also are sleeping at that time. So that is Pralaya Varnana. He is only one. His form is the world. That world in the time of Pralaya becomes closed in himself. Their powers also become sleeping, potential. Okay? People become closed in him and their powers also are unmanifested at the time of Pralaya. Now it is clear.
What is Kila Ayam? Savai Kila Ayam?
I mean this. This is that they are showing Krishna and telling this is that Purusha. This is that ancient Purusha.
This Krishna.
Who is one means one without a second at the time of before creation. And before creation itself means after Pralaya. So what about the world? World is his form and beings in that world go to sleep as it were in him like flower being closed and their powers also go to sleep means becomes unmanifested. Pralaya time. Now similar type of description continues. Sa eva bhuyo nija virya choditam swajiva mayam prakritim sisrukshatim anama rupatmani rupanamani viditsa mano anusasara shastrakrit sa eva bhuyo nija virya choditam swajiva mayam prakritim sisrukshatim anama rupatmani rupanamani vidit samano anusasara shastra krit. Save Bhuya. Again means this is the repetition of before creation during Pralaya. Now that very being again. Anama Rupatmani Rupanamani Vidit Samano. Vidit Samano means about to create. in a self or something which is beyond Nam and Rup. Where there is no Nam and Rup, name and form, from that he wants to create names and forms world. Okay. He again, from the reality without names and forms, wants to create names and forms. At that time, Nija Virya Choditam. Choditam is prompted by. Nija Virya, his own powers. So his powers prompt him to create names and forms in the reality which is beyond names and forms. His own power prompt him.
Bhuyo is again and again.
Huh?
Bhuyo is again and again. Bhuyo, bhuyo sa eva bhuyo. Starting.
Bhuya means again. At pralaya time it is like this. Again in Srishti time it is like this. So understand philosophy while telling the stories, high philosophy has come. In apparently simple way. Now, Sisrukshatim Prakrutim. Sisrukshatim Prakrutim. His own Prakriti wants to create. Sisrukshatim. When she is creating, when she desires to create his own nature. Swajiva Mayam. Swajiva Mayam. That means deludes its own jivas. Now let us be careful for each word, the gender, etc. For example, Nija Virya Choditam is feminine. So Prakriti is not prompting him, he is prompting. He is prompting his own powers. Nija Virya Choditam. His own powers are being prompted by him. Let us go through syntax once more. Sa eva, that very God, bhuyaha, again and again. Whenever he wants to create, so again and again. Anama rupatmane. So at the time of pralaya, the reality has no names and forms. Rupanamani, vidit samana. wants to create names and forms. Now, why it is so? Because the jivas have to get the fruits of their works done in the past age. So he created Vedas for that. Because Vedas will tell you, do this work and you get this fruit. So he created those scriptures which tell about karma and karma phalas. And prompting his own powers, his own jivas, parts or whatever it may be, his own jivas. Through Maya. That means the creation is not real. That again and again is being told. Shisrukshatim prakritim. Okay. So finally, it is his prakriti which is being created because of prompted by him. Anusasara. Anusasara means pulling it. He followed his prakriti. He prompted his prakriti, he created scriptures and understood. Prakriti appears to do, it is he who is doing. So Prakriti is doing and he is following her. Maya dakshena prakriti suyat sacharacharam Gita. So appears God is creating everything. It is actually God's Maya Shakti which is doing. God is not directly involved. That is the meaning. So no karma phala goes to God because he is not directly involved. But he only prompts, that is, sounds something like Sankhya, something like that. He only prompts. So his Chaitanya is sufficient to make Prakriti work. So, once more, full shloka. That very God, again and again, in that reality which is beyond names and forms, wants to create names and forms so that jivas can have their fruits. And Shastra Krut means having created Shastras. Nijavire Choditam Swajiva Mayam Sisrukshatim Prakritim. So, chosen, prompted by his own powers, the Prakriti involving the jivas and God follows it, Anusasara. Okay, got some picture?
Yes.
Sava ayam yat padamatra surayo Jitendriya Nirjitamatma Nirjita Matarishvanaha Pashyanti Bhaktyut Kalita Malatmana Nanvesha Sattvam Parimashtum Arhati. Sava, I am that very reality, that very God. Huh? Pada means nature, real nature, Swarupa. Huh? Atra Surayo means scholars, huh? Or Rishi sages. How are they? Jitendriya. Those who have conquered their organs, and Madarishana means Vayu. You know that. Vayu's mother is Akash. And Vayu pervades whole Akash. So it is said as if Vayu is sleeping in his mother's lap. Matari Shvayati sleeps in his mother. That is the name of Vayu. Because Vayu's mother is space and he sleeps in that, he pervades that space. So Matarishwani, so Matarishwanaha, Nirjitam Matarishwana. So, through pranayam, they control the wind.
Yes.
They conquer the wind. So, this is the description of Surya, those rishis. They have controlled their indriyas and they have controlled their breath.
Oh, Nirjita means control.
Jita and Nirjita. Jita is same as Nirjita. Pashyanti, they see, Bhakti Utkalita Malatmana.
Amalatmana.
Utkalitam Amalatmana.
Bhaktya Utkalitam.
Bhakti, through bhakti, they are eager to realize Him. Utkalitam. Bhaktya Utkalitam. So, by bhakti, they are restless, eager. Amalatmana. So, that has purified their mind. Pashyanti, they see, Nano is really here. Esha Sattvam. Sattvam is buddhi, intellect or inner organ. Sattvam. This Parimashtum Arhati. Oh. So they are doing all these things. But they feel that this Krishna only will purify us. Arati means fit to. Parimashtum means purifying. Sava, I am. This is that Krishna. So they are talking about Krishna, gopis mostly, and again pointing out, this is that Krishna, who was like that in Pralaya, this is that Krishna who at the time of creation, this is that Krishna who has done like, this is that Krishna whom the real yogis though they practice everything, they feel that this Krishna only will give us full purification. They are trying by controlling organs, controlling wind. And they want to see his real nature, Padamatra, Surayo. I am yet Padamatra. This is that whose real nature. They see through mind made pure through bhakti. And they feel our internal organs are our buddhi. He only can fully purify. So do they see? Oh, they see does not mean they see the Swarupa. See means feel. They see that he only can purify us. So the sages try their best to see his real nature, and they have become pure, and yet they feel that this Krishna only can make us fully pure. Okay, clear now?
Utkalitam means eager. Eager. Utkalitam.
Utkalitam means
eager.
Made eager. Made eager through bhakti. Bhaktya utkalitam. Okay? So, Surayo Sava Ayam Yat Padamatra Surayo Jitendriya Nirjitatma Nirjita Matarishana Pashyanti Bhakti Utkalita Mana Nanu Esha Sattvam Parimashtam. So they try everything they can. They have almost achieved, but they feel he only can completely purify us. And already through bhakti, they are eager, and that has purified them. But after getting purified, they feel he only can completely purify us. So without Ishwar Kripa, nothing can happen. That is this Krishna. Om Janmadhyasya Yatodvayaditarata Chartheshva Vidnaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavai Muhyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.